Right, this is lesson. Oh, that isn't right. There we go. Lesson 5. And this is all to do with fractions, decimals, and percentages. Um, so we'll work with percentages first. So find a percentage of a number. Right, a percentage of a number. So let's do 40% of 620. Now, this is no calculator. No calculator. So first of all, we always find 10%. And to find 10%, we just divide this number by 10. So 10% is 62. Another 10% is 62. Another 10%, 62. And the final 10% is the same, 62. And what we've done there is we've added all our percentages up to be 40%. And we just simply add these. So 8, 6, 12, 18, 24. So the answer is 248. So let's find 25% of 130. So 10% is 13. Another 10% is 13. And now we need 5, which is half of this number, which is 6.5. Add them together, we got 25%. Add these together, we've got 0.5, 6, 12, and 3, 32.5. So we've used the 10%. Can't go down for some reason. Come on. We've used the 10%. So let's find 31% of 804. We can use the let's come back in to see whether I can. That's very strange. It won't go down. Oh, right. Okay, never mind. 804. We just have to wipe it out as we go along then. 804. So 10% is 80.4. 10% is 80.4. 10% is 80.4. And we want 1% now. 1%. So we're going to divide that number by 10. So 8.04. Add them up. So we got 4, 3 fours are 12, decimal 9, 24. So 249.24. Okay, so we're going to have to wipe things out as we're going along now. The computer's gone very low. There we go. Better. That's better. Right. So next bit is it's calculator. Using a calculator to find percentages. So 32% of 483. Okay. So calculators, change this to a fraction. 32 hundredths times the number 483. So get the old calculator out on this one. So 32 divided by 100 times 483. which is 154.56. 154.56. So it doesn't matter what the percentage is or what the number is on the calculator. We just do this routine. That's it. Yeah, so the percentage over 100 times whatever the number is. That's how to find a percentage. Right. So the next bit was percentage increase. So say Billy earns £308 a week, and he gets a pay rise of well, let's make it mad, let's make it 12%. Yeah. So we're going to find out what 12% of 308 is. And that's £36.96, and then we just add it on. So 308 plus 36.96 is 96,443. So that's his new pay. Yeah. They will ask, what does he earn now? Yes, so it's 308, and let's have a bit more volume. Yeah, 308. 12% on that is £36.96. Add it together, 344. Percentage increase. Next one was percentage decrease. So there's £3,500. Yeah, for a car. Yeah, we've got 18% discount. How much is the car worth now? So find out what 18% of 3500 is. So 18 divided by 100 times 3500 equals 630. And this time we're going to take it away. So 3500 minus 630. I can do that with a calculator. 3500 minus that is 2870. So your car's gone down. So that's a percentage increase and a percentage decrease. Now the other one is a percentage change. A percentage change. For example, you are a member of a club or a society or anything. Yeah. Last year it was £85 a year to belong to the club. This year it's 110. Yeah, prices have gone up. What's the percentage change here going on between these two numbers? What percentage has it increased? So we use this. The difference divided by the original. There's a fraction there. Just times it by 100 to change it into a percentage. The difference between these two numbers is £25. The original is the last year price, 85, and we multiply that by 100 to find out what it is. So 25 divided by 85 times 100 is 29.4%. or thereabouts. A lot small numbers in the calculator. Percentage change. So that's when it's going up. What happens if they decided to reduce? So instead of going up to 85, it's gone down to £70 a year. So this change, you still do the big number, take away the little number, it's going to be 15. It's always going to be a positive number. The original is still the 85, so it's 15 over 85 times 100. So 15 divided by 85 times 100 is 17.6. 17.6%. Always calculator questions. So percentage change. Now, what else can we do? Now, we were there, let's go back there, we were changing percentages into decimals, didn't we? Yeah. So let's look at how we're doing that. So a percentage to a decimal. So 38%, we simply write that number over 100. And then if you can, you'll be expected to simplify. So let's divide top and bottom by 2. So we'll get 19 over 50. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. So 2.8% into a decimal is 2.8 over 100. Bit awkward with the big numbers there. So let's multiply top and bottom by 10. So we get 28 over 1,000. And then divide by 2, 14 over 500. Divide by 2, 7 over 250. I don't think I can go further than that. So you can change a percentage into a decimal. So, can we do it the other way around? Oh, that's not a decimal, is it? That's a fraction. What am I doing? What am I doing? Percentage into a fraction. So, can we do it the other way around? Sorry about that. Fraction to a percentage. Now, 3/4 into a percentage. What we do is we multiply by 100. See here we divided by 100 by writing divide by 100. So this will be 300 divided by 4, and you can put some extra zeros on the end to make it nice. 4s into 3 don't go, 4s into 30 go 7. Whoops, 7. 4s in the 30 was 28, so we've got 2 left over. 4s into 20 go 5. Don't need all those extra bits, so it's 75%. Let's do another one. Where's it gone? Cursor. Another one. Fraction into a percentage. So 6/8. No, that's going to be the same answer, isn't it? No. 6/8. About 6/9. That'll make it awkward. 100. So we've got 600 divided by 9. 9s into 6 don't go. 9s into 60 was 6 9s are 54. And 6 over. 9s into 60, they'll go 6. And then 6 over. 6. Oh, this is going to go on forever, isn't it? Yeah. So 66 point, we call it 67%. So that's fractions to percentages. Now, how about fractions to decimals, which is, I thought I was going to do that earlier on. Fractions to decimals. Now we do exactly the same thing, but we don't divide, multiply by 100. So 4/5, we simply do 4 divided by 5. And this time we'll put some zeros on the end because we know it's less than 1. 5s into 4 don't go. 5s into 40 go 8. So it's 0.8. 3/10 will be 3 divided by 10. 10s into 3 don't go. 10s into 30 go 3. So fractions to decimals. Decimals to fractions. 0.2. Now the 2 is in the tenths column. So it's 2/10. So it'll be 2/10. 0.04. The 4 is in the hundredths column. So this will be 4/100ths. 0.23. You just take notice of the last number. Okay, last number. So that is in the hundredths column. So that becomes 23/100. And of course, I've forgotten to simplify. 2/50, 1/25. Not sure about that. Don't think you can simplify that. It might be a prime number, so nothing will go into it. And so you just take notice of the last column and there. So decimals to fractions, fractions to decimals. And we've done fractions to percentages and percentages to fractions. So we need percentages to decimals now, percentages to decimals. Just make sure that's decimals, fractions, fractions, percentages. So percentages, decimals, the last one, yeah? So 32%. 32%. What do? We divide by 100. So it's 0.32. 14% divide by 100. 0.14. 8% divide by 100. 0. Careful on this one. 0.8. Yeah. That's it. So decimals to percentages. So if we're going to divide, it looks like we're going to have to multiply to go the other way around. So 0.6 times 100 equals 60%. 0.03 times 100 equals 3%. And 0.12 times 100 equals 12%. Okay, decimals, percentage change, decrease, increase, and I promised that I would include this. There's the bank. Yeah, we need the bank. In case we put money in the bank for some reason or other. Did that in the lesson. I wonder whether I did percentage compound. Don't know. I think I'll leave it at that for this one. No, I won't. No, I won't, because it's only 18 minutes. We've got plenty of time. So we're going to do simple interest. Simple interest. This is when you put money. There's a bank. There, you put money in the bank. Yeah. Simple interest. So you're going to put £500 in the bank at 3% interest for 5 years. Right, so you start off with your £500 and we're going to work out what 3% of that is. 3% through is 15. £15, yeah? So, £15 interest. Now we're going to do it for 5 years. So we want 15 times 5, 25, and 5 ones are 5, and 7. So we've got £75 interest to add on. So the amount of money that we've got at the end of our 5-year term is the interest, which is £75, and the £500, which makes us have £575 simple interest. Next one is, or last one, is compound interest. Now this is where we add on, let's have our £500, and we're going to do it at 3% again, and we're going to do, this time we're going to do it for 3 years. Yeah. Now, what happens with compound interest is that the interest gets added on to the amount every year, and every year the amount goes up. So the first year 1, year 2, and year 3. So we work out what 3% of 500 is, and that will equal £15. Then we go 500 plus 15 equals 515. So that's how much we've got at the end of the first year. Then we take this amount down as our balance for the next year's calculation. I'm going to have to do that with a calculator because it's too hard. Divide by 100 times 515 equals 1545. £15.45. See, we've gained a little bit of money, 45 pence. So now we do 515 plus 1545, which is £530.45. Then we go down here for the third year's calculation, times £530.45. So 3 divided by 100 times £530.45, 1591. See, we get more and more interest as the years go by. So now the total amount is going to be 530.45 plus 1591. I'm going to come under there. So 530.45 plus 15.91 equals 546. 36. Okay. Oh, this is such a long way round, but there's a quicker way. There's a quicker way. Yeah. Right. Now what we're going to do is the £500 is there is 100%. Now we're going to add on 3%, so we need that. There's our 3%. So this total here is the 100% plus the 3%. Yeah, these two numbers. So how can we change that? Make that change to a decimal. So 103%. Remember, changing a 103% to a decimal, we divide by 100. So that will be 1.03. So if we take our original £500 and multiply it by 1.03, we will get that number 515. Now we're going to do it for 3 years, so we cube it, and by cubing it, that's 3 years, we're in effect going 1.03 times 1.03 for the second year times 1.03 for the third year. So we do it however many years, it's what that number is. If we did it for 5 years, that would be to the power of 5. And on your calculator, hopefully this will work. 500 times 1.03 to the cubed, and it comes out 546.36. Yeah, it comes out exactly the same amount of as all the blue calculations, but we did it all in one go. So let's just do another little one there for you. So we're going to put £300 in the bank at 4% interest, compound interest for 8 years. So we know that it's 304%, so it's 304%. So divide that by 100, gives us it's not 304%, is it? Bonkers. It's 104%. Divide that by 100 and we get 1.04, and we multiply it by the money we put in the bank in the first place and to the power of 8. So if we get 300 times 1.04 to the power of 8 for 8 years, that gives us 410.57. So compound interest, we're adding it on. Right, let's have a look. So you buy a car for, I don't know, £5,000, we'll say, and the car loses 8% of its value each year. How much is it worth after 5 years? Right, so we're going to start with a £5,000. Now, the £5,000 is the 100%, and we're going to lose 8%, so we need to take 8% away from that, which is 92%. Change that to a decimal, 0. Getting ahead of myself there, getting ahead of myself. Change that to a decimal by dividing by 100, which gives us 0.92. So we need to multiply that by 0.92 because it's getting smaller each year. And we're going to do it to the power of 5 because it's 5 years. So 5,000 times 0.92 to the power of 5 equals 3,295 and 41p. So it's still a compound interest question. So okay, so that's that one. That was longer than I thought. Right, okay,